Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make coconut bread loaf. It's very keto friendly. The first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 and just let it warm up. The next are some very simple ingredients that you need. You just need some baking powder, some coconut flour, some salt, coconut oil. You need egg whites and cream of tartar and some apple cider vinegar. You also need to have 3 mixing bowls, a bread pan, and you need some parchment paper. Okay, the first step that you need to do is preparing the dry mix. The first thing you're going to need is 3/4 cup of coconut flour. And then you're going to need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And you're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Set this aside and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, for this next step we're going to add our wet stuff. We're going to add 7 tablespoons of coconut oil. Then you want to add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And then you want to add 250 milligrams of egg whites. Slightly over, but that don't matter. Add it to your mix. And then you want to stir it up until it looks like mashed potatoes. Sticking up there, it's starting to look pretty good actually. See, looks like mashed potatoes. Okay, once you know that it's mixed up finally, then you want to set this aside. Okay, for our next step, we're going to be making our tartar, and we want 250 grams of egg whites. A little bit over, I don't care. And then to that, you want to add 1/2 teaspoon of tartar, and mix it up until you get a thick batter, looks like whipped cream, but you want stiff peaks. And see, stiff peaks, that's what you want. And now it's ready, and now we'll move on to the next step. You want to take 1/3 of the tartar and gently mix it in here. Now, what you don't want to do is mix this. You just want to gently fold this over to incorporate it into the flour. You don't want to mix it up. Eventually it'll get to where we want to. And you can see it's starting to thin up just the way we want it. You just want to gently fold it. Do not mix. And when it's all incorporated and it's ready to go, we'll move on to the next step. Okay, the next step is preparing that bake pan. What I'd like to do is take a little bit of olive oil, put it in the bottom, and then you want to smooth it around, because we want to put the parchment paper in here and we want it to stick. You don't need much oil, just enough for the paper to stick. And then set your parchment paper in here. This way, when the bread is done, we'll be able to pull the bread out. Easier to set it up on the drying pan. Okay, then we want to put our batter into the pan. And then what you want to do is just gently push the batter down and make it off. Now at this point, your oven should already be preheated to 350 degrees. And then we're going to bake this off for about 50 minutes. And I'll place it right here in the middle of the oven. Be back in about an hour. Okay, it's been about 50 minutes. Going to take the bread out. Sit it on a cooling rack. And there we go. Take about 45 minutes for it to cool down, and then I'll slice it up. Okay, got the bread out of the toaster. We'll make some peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Pretty darn good. and see how this tastes. Boy, that is delicious. Very good. I hope you all try it. Enjoy.